Hi, and welcome to my week 3 journal. My caloric intake is very low. I should be eating around 2,000 calories a day. My total calories per day are about 1,239, give or take a few calories per day. Saturated fats, even though I do not eat a whole lot, the limit is 22 grams, and I'm eating about 24 grams a day. And while the limit on oil is 6 teaspoons, on average, I'm eating 1 teaspoon a day. I eat a lot of eggs and chicken, liver, so I'm getting my vitamin A, K, and iron. I also eat a lot of fish, so my vitamin D intake is good according to wellness concepts and applications. My endocrinologist feels that my vitamin D level is far below where she would like to see it and has me on vitamin D supplements. Also, I do not get enough vitamin E, C, B9, or niacin though. For a woman my weight, I should be getting approximately 33 to 48 grams of protein. And if I'm reading the chart correctly, I have, I'm sorry, if I'm reading the chart correctly, I should be getting about 33 to 48 grams of protein. I do have some form of meat daily, whether it be chicken, liver, fish, or turkey. And I do eat eggs and cheese quite a few times a week. Minerals are not as complex as vitamins are, but are still necessary to our system. Sodium and potassium affect shift in body fluids. Calcium and phosphorus contribute to the body structure. Iron helps carry oxygenated blood, and iodine helps those who still have a thyroid by facilitating thyroxine to help the metabolism. The most important minerals to the body are calcium, phosphorus, potassium, sulfur, sodium, chloride, and magnesium. The body also needs trace minerals such as iron, zinc, and iodine. Vitamins facilitate energy from carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. When a person eats a well-balanced diet, they probably don't need to supplement with any vitamins. Those people who are over 50, such as myself, probably need a little extra vitamin B6, B12, and D. Older women should probably also be taking calcium and extra vitamin D if they aren't taking estrogen. But it's also best to ask your doctor about that because as a thyroid patient, my doctor doesn't want me to take any extra calcium. Smokers and people on a diet need extra vitamin C. Pregnant women should take extra iron, calcium, and folic acid. And vegetarians need additional vitamin B12, calcium, and vitamin D. Carbohydrates, or carbs, can be converted into usable form of energy more quickly than fats or protein. Dietary intake of carbs should account for 60% of our body's energy. Water is vital to digestion and metabolism. Water carries oxygen and nutrients to the cell through the blood. Regulates our body temperature through perspiration and lubricates the joints. It also removes waste through sweat and urine and protects a growing baby inside a pregnant woman and moistens the lungs to facilitate the intake of oxygen and excretion of carbon dioxide. Protein is necessary to the human body, but if it's eaten in excess, depending on how active the person is, it will be converted to energy or fat. The only people who can get away with eating an extreme amount of protein are those engaged in endurance sports or athletes starting a weight training program. The daily recommendation is 25 grams of fiber for women and 38 grams of fiber for men who are on a 2,000 calorie diet a day. After the age of 50, recommended fiber intake drops to 21 and 30. Today, most women are getting about 13 grams and men are getting about 17 grams because they aren't eating, they're eating more meat than they are whole grains, beans, fruits, and vegetables. An important note that I didn't realize before this assignment is that enriched wheat flour is not a whole grain. Starting the day with a high fiber cereal is a good way to increase fiber in our diet. There's good fats and bad fats. Fats and oils provide us with energy and essential fatty acids and do promote absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. But fat contains more calories than carbs and protein. A person should not be getting more than 6 tablespoons of oil and fats in their diet. Trans fat should be kept to a minimum. To reduce dietary fat, replace saturated fat with unsaturated fat, such as lean meat, fish that is high in omega-3, like cod, haddock, salmon, shrimp, tuna, and trout. Use low-fat dairy products, soft margarine instead of hard margarine. Avoid fried foods, and bake or grill food instead of frying it. Eat more fruits and vegetables, and if you falter one day, add more fruits and vegetables to your diet the next day. I was surprised to learn that my grains were in the good status. My target range is 6 ounces a day, and I'm eating about 5.5 ounces a day. I knew that my target range on caloric intake was about 2,000, and I was pretty surprised to find out that I was eating so many empty calories. My oil intake limit is 6, and I'm getting 1. My limit on saturated fat is 22 grams, and I'm getting about 24 grams. About a year ago, I stopped using table salt as a food topper, and even though my limit on sodium is 2,300 grams, I'm getting about 2,698 grams a day, which means that it's hidden in the foods that we buy at the grocery store. A healthy diet gives your body the nutrients it needs to perform physically, maintain wellness, and fight disease. Cutting back on less healthful foods and making small changes in our diet can positively affect our health and wellness. There are small things that I've been doing to protect myself and my health. For the last year, I've been eating more vegetables, more lean meats, and more whole grains. Being a type 2 diabetic, I think that it's risky for myself to still be eating sugar in the foods that I eat and the sodiums I eat and not getting enough dairy. I can improve my diet by reading food labels a lot more closely to cut out the added sugar and sodium. I've begun eating more whole grains, but could use more protein in my diet and less fat. And even though I was eating vegetables, I could add more. I used to lead a very sedentary lifestyle. Then 8 months ago, I moved in with my daughter and her family. And it's really nice to have a house to walk around in instead of a little tiny apartment. I do try to get out of the house as much as I can, and like walking around the store. We park farther away from the entrance to the store now, so that we can walk from the back of the parking lot to the entrance to the store, walk around the store for about an hour. I am getting more exercise now than I had been, but I'd still like to increase that. Increasing my exercise level, as well as my diet, adding the good foods to my diet, fruits and vegetables, lean meats, things like that, will also lead me on the road to health and wellness. Thank you.